Shalom. All praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Racha, Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, all well, laboring the word and doctrine, and shalom and peace. May that be unto the elect of the nation of Israel. Now we're going to start, we're going to read Revelation 19 and 10. And it says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahawashi. Worship Yahawah, for the testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy." And obviously the title of the lesson is "The testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy." When we go into this word, you can go into it on the English level first. Testimony. Testimony, proof or demonstration of some fact, evidence, piece of evidence, early 15th century. Legal testimony, sworn statement of a witness, from Old North French testimony, from Old French testimony, from Latin testimonium, evidence, proof, witness, attestation, from testis, a witness, one who attests. See, testament. Right, we should know that word, Old Testament, New Testament. And forgive me for the building works in the background. Can't do anything about that. One who attests, you see the word testament, which says last will, disposing of property, from Latin testamentum, a last will, publication of a will, from testari. It sounds to you Benjamites probably make a religion, testari. It says make a will, be witnesses to, from testis, witness. Alright, what does it say there, testis? Now this, it says monium, suffix, yeah, I'm here, back here. Suffix signifying action, state, condition. Despite the common modern assertion, the sense of the word is unlikely to have anything to do with testicles, apparently. And I think we just saw this word. No, we didn't. That's it. That is complete nonsense, man. How can that say it? And then you cut yourself etym online. Right, it says, where was it? Yeah, it was testament. From testis, witness, and then, it's like a witness there. Well, you can see it. You go to this word testis, it says plural testes, 1704, from Latin testis, testicle, usually regarded as a special application of testis, witness. See, testament, presumably because it bears witness to male virility. Stories that trace the use of the Latin word to some supposed swearing-in ceremony are modern and groundless. Compare Greek parastyle testicles, from parastatus, one that stands by, and French sang témoin, literally witnesses. But the whole point is it does go back to testicle, even though but it probably doesn't. Then you see it, and that's what it's on about. Cut yourself, brother. So a testimony, you're bearing witness, which is, you get that word from testicle, testes, testis. So I read it again, Revelation 19 and 10. "And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not, I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren," which proves that the angels, or we are the angels in flesh, if you like, it's talking about the Israelites. "I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahawashi. Worship Yahawah, for the testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy." Now the spirit of prophecy, let's get the word for prophecy quickly. Prophetia. And then it says it's on screen. You see, when you read the term Christian, the true Christians are the believers in Yahawashi HaMashiach. They're not Christians, like, it's not the word we use, but if you're talking about the biblical word, that's what it's talking about. So, just to break up the word, you can go into all of these things. I'll leave it on the screen again. I'll slowly scroll, so it's quite a lot. It's not the main point of the lesson. So, pro means before, okay, and fe, what is that? Femi. Femi means to make known one's thoughts, to declare, to say. Right, so to say before, that's all it means. Not to minimize the work of, or the office of a prophet, but to put it in etymological terms, all it means is to say before. So it says, for the testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy. Now what's this word for testimony? Testimony. Ooh, you've probably heard this word before.
Strong's G 3141. Marturia. Marturia.
Marturia. A testifying, the office committed to the prophets of testifying concerning future events. So the true martyrs are the prophets. You know, that's an alternate title. The office committed to the prophets of testifying concerning future events. What one testifies, testimony, i.e. before a judge. And who are the judges? I know you know that the saints shall judge the world. And it says it's from, well, we've got it here, witness 15 times, testimony 14 times, record 7 times, report 1 time. This word here, martus.
Strong's G 3144. Martus. Martus.
A witness in a legal sense and an historical sense, one who is a spectator of anything, a theatre, one who is a spectator of anything, e.g. of a contest. You know, this is a stadion, and this is a race technically. It says, in an ethical sense, those who after his example have proved the strength and genuineness of their faith in Hamashiach by undergoing a violent death. It says witness 29 times, and not every time is a so-called martyr going to have a violent death. Just put that out there. That's the sort of vibration that's pushed out on the English word martyr at least, and we'll get that, Lord willing, in the Etem online. So witness 29 times, martyr 3 times, record twice. Let's go to this one. So what are the words? Yeah, witness, testimony, record and report. And we will get that word now, in fact. My dear. One who bears testimony to faith. Why? Because the testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy. Right, the marturia of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy. So it says, one who bears testimony to faith, especially one who willingly suffers death rather than surrender his or her religious faith, especially one of the Christians who in former times were put to death because they would not renounce their beliefs. And there was times, well, there's many times. Well, yeah, times, that's plural. But yeah, there was times, like periods of times, that Jake, the believing Israelites, men of the Lord, were getting put to death because they wouldn't renounce the belief in Yahawashi. You can go into all of them accounts. The persecution of the Christians under Emperor Nero, for example, the Roman candle starts from him torturing Israelites that believed in Yahawashi. Right, the Roman candle, and you still have that as a firework that's on displays to this day. Well, it's named after that, so it's not like it's been a firework for that long. But what they used to do, a Roman candle, just to go into it briefly, is they'd wax up, a believing Israelite, and then burn them from the head to the foot, and he would have that as entertainment for guests, to light his rooms as a spectacle. Right, and he was a devil, and still is. It says late Old English martyr from the late Latin martyr, source of Old French martyr, Latin martyr. In fact, that's not Spanish. I'm not good at Spanish pronunciation guessing. Italian martyr, Doric Greek martyr or martyr, earlier martis, genitive of martyros. So in Christian use martyr literally witness. Right, so the testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy. Yeah, I won't get into all this. The verb I will. So to martyr someone, not to be confused with the small red fruit that many think is a vegetable, but to martyr, the verb, put to death as punishment for adherence to some religious beliefs, especially Christianity. Middle English martyren, from Old French martyrière, and in part from Old English gematria, from martyr. Middle English also has the verb martyrize. Again, martyrdom, torture and execution for the sake of one's faith. And there will be, now don't get it twisted, just because I say there won't be every single one, there will be them. They do have that. Beheaded for the witness, and guess what that word for witness is? I've guessed, but we'll see it after we read this, Lord willing. Revelation 20:4, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahawashi, and for the word of Yahawah, which did not worship the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads and in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. It's talking about the first 1,000 years of the kingdom of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. For the witness, the marturia again, testifying the office committed to the prophets of testifying concerning future events. So this is the book of Amos 3 and 7. Surely, Ha'adawan Yahawah will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets. So the martyrs, them that bear testimony, the true faith, that they bear witness to the testimony. Right? They are the testimony rather. And the bearing witness is the testimony. They bear witness to that Yahawashi, which is the spirit of prophecy. So if you're in this word, it's more so than that's what I wanted as well. Is it 11, I believe? Alright, Salakia. If I remember what I was just saying, I'll get into that, but I'll put this on my spirit. Revelation 11 and 3. And I'll give power unto my two witnesses. And who are they? That's Judah and Israel. Right, the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. Or the northern and the southern all together. I'll give power unto my two witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days. And I put that into years. I believe that's 3.5 years, which represents a time frame of 350 years. Right, clothed in sackcloth, prophesying. Let's go into that word for prophesy. I imagine it's the same root. Yep. Again, right, prophecy 28 times.
Strong's G 4395. Prophetuo. Prophetuo.
So I'll leave it on screen so you know I'm not running, not hiding, but I'll highlight number, and by number I mean letter. Roman, what even is that? Scriptorals, pictorials. It's not Arabic numerals, but I still messed up. But anyway, B, with the idea of foretelling future events, with the idea of foretelling future events pertaining especially to the kingdom of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Right, and that's what it is. And we were bearing witness. Speaking of this, it's talking about us being in a low, cast down state. Being in the situation of Deuteronomy 28:68, or really Deuteronomy 28 and 16 through 68, because Jake is through 68. So when you read this, Revelation 11:3, and I'll give power unto my two witnesses, which represents the northern and the southern, both kingdoms of Judah and Israel. It talks about how there will no longer be two kingdoms. Even in Ezekiel, it talks about two nations, showing that there was that split, that division, but it's coming back. Meaning it's all coming back into one fold, with one king over them, King David, right, who will be under Yahawashi. And they shall prophesy 1,260 days clothed in sackcloth. And sackcloth, when you go into that, it's representing being in a lower state. So we're really every single Jake who's going through the curses is prophesying, right? He's bearing witness, because the testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy. He's bearing witness to our condition in that. So he's a martyr to the fact he's an Israelite, whether he admits it or not. The plight that our people face, even that bears witness to it. Even that is proving it. So the word for sackcloth is sakos. It says a sack, a receptacle for holding or carrying various things as money, food, etc. A coarse cloth, a dark coarse stuff made especially from the hair of animals, a garment of the like material and clinging to the person like a sack, which was I don't know what that means. Let me look that up, because it didn't have an apostrophe. I might be okay. Want accustomed. So we're learning on the job over here. Accustomed, so I'll replace it for accustomed, which was accustomed to be worn or drawn over the tunic instead of the cloak or mantle by mourners. Alright. Penitence, another one I'll have to look up. Oh, penitentiary, probably a prisoner. Sorry for offences committed, repentant of one's sins. It's not necessarily a prisoner. Okay. But being in the state of lamenting. So going back to this, so it was a custom to be worn or drawn over the tunic instead of the cloak or mantle by mourners, penitents, suppliants, and also by those who, like the Hebrew prophets, led an austere life. Right, an austere obviously means severe, grave. So it's talking about mourners. So Jake is mourning, he's in a state of mourning, a condition of mourning, and that's prophesying, that's bearing witness to what the Lord has said would befall his people in these times, in these days. So we're going to go back to this now and just close it out, Lord willing. So Revelation 19 and 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahawashi. Worship Yahawah, for the testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy. So there it is. The true martyrs, the testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy. The martyr, martyria. The true martyrs are the prophets. Right? Just trying to think if I've got any other avenues I'd thought to go down concerning this. Well, no, not currently. If I do, Lord will now make a response, or maybe you'll make a response. We'll leave it there. I pray it was edifying. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Double honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone that rule well, labor in the word and doctrine. Shalom. All praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Ruach Kodash.